Okay, well it's July 27th today. I'm going to harvest some garlic today, show you guys how I do that. I guess there's two different ways you can do it, depending on your soil type. If you've got hard clay soil, you'll need a pitchfork to get in there to loosen it up. Otherwise, if you're doing the same method as me, no-till gardening, or just layering your compost on top so it's nice and soft, it's going to be a lot easier, and I just have to yank them out that way. So I'll show you the quick way of this with the pitchfork. All you want to do is just get it between your rows, just stick it down, and just kind of wiggle it back and forth. Go along your rows, and they should just come out nicely. So these are just a bit smaller bulbs I have here. And the other method, which I do with my beds, is you just grab your garlic. I like to grab it closer down towards the bulb, give it a good yank, and there you go. Nice big bulbs. Come out nice and easy. So some of these bigger ones may need a bit of loosening up, but I think they're pretty good. And this one didn't turn out so well. We have a baby. So I planted two varieties, a bigger type. I think they're both porcelain, and a smaller one. I think this one was called Music, but I can't really remember. I'm not very good at labeling my crops that I do. So the idea is after you get them all pulled out, and obviously the smaller that they are, they'll come out a lot easier, is you want to lay them in the sun for a few days for them to start drying up and curing. Oh, that's a nice good one. Besides that. So these are kind of different sizes I'm getting. This one's didn't really mature at all compared to the bigger one, but fairly good sized. And I get my garlic from a buddy of mine who has his own garlic farm, so I've been using his for seeds. And last year, this is the garlic I was using from him, nice jumbo one. So I'm going to save a bunch of this year as well, so I can save it for planting in late October. And you kind of want to do this too on a day where it's drier, and look at the forecast, make sure there's not going to be any rain for the next few days, so you can lay it out in the sun here so it can dry and start curing. Once I get this all harvested, I'm going to probably plant some beans or peas into the ground here, so I get some nitrogen and some good stuff back into the soil, because garlic is quite heavy feeders. So as you can see how easy it is with the nice loose soil, it comes out super quick. Be able to do this in no time. Oh, this one is a nicer bulb, the red stuff with the red stripe on it. This one's kind of tiny, not really worthwhile keeping, but that one I'll use, probably won't sell. Another tiny one. So I'm not really sure why some of the ones are smaller. Could be that the cloves that I used were really tiny and they didn't really grow big. So this one here is going to be really tiny too, but it's all good. And I used a bunch of hay last year to mulch my beds, but it's going to seed, so I've been picking it out. I'm probably going to clean this hay out afterwards because it's probably dropped out seeds, and this will just grow hay. But if I'm persistent, I'll make sure I can keep weeding it and keep it from not coming up. So that's a nice big size sucker here. So these ones I can probably sell for $3 to $4 a head. There's another nice beauty. So just another quick side note before I keep finishing harvesting this is, last year I grew corn in this bed as well, which probably wasn't the smartest thing to plant garlic afterwards corn, because they're both heavy feeders. But I really mulched my corn halfway through the season, and then mulched the beds at the end of the season as well on top of my garlic. So I got the nutrient back in, and I wasn't too worried about it. So here we go. And it's not good either to plant the same crops in the same beds a few years in a row, because you can get some diseases and things coming back. So look at this guy, he's a nice big one here too. Look at that. So with this nice loose soil, it's real fast and easy. I couldn't imagine having that hard clay soil, how long it would take, having to pitchfork everything just to loosen it up. Take it double as long. And as well, I got some volunteer potatoes in here that I'll be probably pulling up sometime in the next week too. But I'm going to plant, maybe I'll probably start next week, and then I'm going to plant beans in here right away. See if I can't get end of the season crop for late September, early October for beans if it doesn't frost up on me. So I'm probably not going to do this all today because I got to pick for tomorrow's market, and I got some other customers that are looking for some peas and beans. So I'll just do a few of these for now and then come back and finish it off. So that's a nice, look at the size of that one. So once you let these dry, I let them dry probably for a week, and then I'll probably cut the stalks off. And then some of them I may braid 3 of them together and then sell them with the braided garlic that way as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and subscribe and to keep up to date, and happy gardening.